Yo, what's up guys? Today EA Sports added two new evolutions to the game, those being Trailblazer Striker and Trailblazer Center Back. Now I've already done a video on Trailblazer Striker, if you want to see that, go check it out. But in this video I want to talk about Trailblazer Center Back. And as you can see, these are the requirements right here. I'm not going to read those off, but the upgrades you get the power header, aerial, and acrobatic playstyles, as well as +8 pace, +10 physicality, +9 defending, +9 passing, and +9 dribbling, which is kind of crazy. Now this one being the free evolution that they released this week, I think this one, even if you don't have a card in mind, you need to do it. Whether that just be getting a card for a league for future maybe icon swaps or something, I don't know what they're going to do in the future, but I do think this one is good enough that you just need to do it. So with all that being said, let's jump into the top 5 leagues, and let's start off with the Prem. And at number 3 I have his Longley. Now looking at Longley's card, now of course with the evolutions, the playstyles he'll get are power header, acrobatic, and aerial, I think is what those are. And in my opinion, every single card in this evolution will take a shadow. So looking at him with a shadow, he'll have 82 pace, 93 defending, and 85 physicality. Now the pace split isn't the best, but it's good enough in my opinion. And his dribbling, you can also see he has reactions, which I think is a very important stat. But you can see the defense, it's crazy high, and the physical, he has 92 jumping and 86 strength. As well as being French in the Prem, I think he's a nice option. Now at number 2 for the Prem, we have his Carer. Now he can play right back, and he does have a 5-star weak foot, which is nice. Of course, he gets power header, acrobatic, and aerial, but he also has bruiser as well, which is nice. Now he has a nicer pace split than Longley, and with a shadow he'll have 92 sprint speed and 80 excel, which is nice to have, 84 reactions, the defense is very nice, and his physicality has 90 jumping and 87 strength as well as 88 aggression. Along with all that, he has 84 short passing as well, so there's not really one stat that this card has that's low. He should be very nice. Now number 1 for the Prem I have is Colwill. Now of course with the playstyles he gets power header, acrobatic, and aerial, but as well as those he has long ball pass, slide tackle, and block, which are very nice to have. Now of course with a shadow he'll have 92 sprint speed and 82 excel, making him the fastest one so far. Only 79 reactions, which isn't my favorite, but the defense is good enough, and the physicality with 88 jumping and 90 strength, as well as having 85 short passing and 75 long passing, as well as this long ball pass playstyle for, you know, switching the play like the meta is in this game. He should be really good. Now starting off La Liga, at number 3 I have is Nunez. Now looking at his card, he of course has power header, acrobatic, and aerial, as well as intercept and slide tackle, which are very nice. Now of course I would look at him with a shadow, and he'll have 85 pace with a decent enough pace split. Unfortunately the dribbling is really bad, which is why he isn't higher, because the intercept playstyle is very high on my list of importance. But with 39 agility, not really going to be cutting it, especially without jockey as well. But he does have 88 reactions, crazy defensive stats with 97 interceptions, as well as crazy physical stats as well with 95 jumping and 92 strength, as well as 87 aggression. Like, his stats are crazy, it's just his agility I think lets him down. Now number 2 on my list I have is Victor Diaz. And looking at his card, he can also play right back and CDM, which I think is interesting, being able to play CDM. Now of course he has power header, acrobatic, and aerial once again, but he also has long ball throw and jockey, which is very nice. And of course I think you put a shadow on him, so he'll have 85 pace with a perfect pace split, love to see that, as well as 69, almost 70 agility to go along with that jockey, 84 reactions, decent enough defending, as well as 91 jumping, 90 stamina, 85 strength, 84 aggression. I really do think you could play this guy at center back or CDM and it wouldn't really matter. He should be very good. And at number 1 for La Liga I have is Jenny. Now looking at him, he has power header, acrobatic, and aerial once again, but he also has long ball pass, I believe that's long ball throw as well, and slide tackle. Now you definitely use a shadow on this card, so then he'll get 81 sprint speed and 87 acceleration, which is nice. Also him being 5'10", his agility is very crazy as well at 82, as well as 89 reactions. And his defending is super good as well with 96 interceptions and 96 standing tackle, along with 93 jumping, 86 strength, and 99 aggression. And on top of all of that, he can also play CDM with 83 short passing and 80 long passing. This card is crazy in my opinion. Probably the best one we've seen so far. Next up we have Serie A. And at number 3 on my list I have is Christensen. And now he only comes with the playstyles that you get power header, aerial, and acrobatic. Now looking at his card, he can play right wing back, and center back. He's also 3-star, 4-star. And he only comes unfortunately with power header, acrobatic, and aerial. But looking at him with a shadow, he has 85 pace, 90 sprint speed, and 79 acceleration right there. So kind of a strange pace split, but I think it should work. Now I don't think I mentioned, is 6'2", so having 74 agility and 73 balance at that height is very nice to have. He also has 84 reactions. His defense is decent enough. His passing is also very good for a center back, as well as having 88 jumping, 97 stamina, 84 strength, and 84 aggression. I think he's a really good card. Now number 2 on my list I have is Buongiorno. No clue how to say that. I'm sure I'm butchering it. But looking at his card, of course he has power header, acrobatic, and aerial, but as well as block, which is nice. Now looking at the pace, you definitely need a shadow, and with a shadow it goes up to 85 sprint speed and 78 excel, which isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Now he is 6'4", so having 64 agility and 69 balance isn't the worst thing at that height. Also has 88 reactions as well, which is very nice. But the defending on this card is crazy. 95 interceptions, 94 defensive awareness, 98 standing tackle. But as well as all of that, he has also 84 physicality with 89 jumping, 87 strength, and 81 aggression, as well as 86 short passing and 80 long passing. I think this is the most well-balanced card outside of the pace so far. But at number 1 on my list for Serie A, I have Ismaili. I'm not sure how to say that. So sorry. But looking at his card, of course, power header, acrobatic, and aerial, as well as anticipate, which is my favorite playstyle. Now looking at him with a shadow, he has a great pace split with 89 sprint speed and 85 excel. He's also 6'1", so having 76 agility and 82 balance is lovely. His defense is also very good with 93 interceptions. And his physicality isn't the best. He does have 88 jumping, but he only has 75 strength, so that is a little bit of a letdown. But that anticipate playstyle with the agility and balance, as well as the pace, I think he is the best. Now next up we have the Bundes, and at number 3 I have Stark. Now of course he has power header, acrobatic, and aerial, as well as slide tackle, which is nice. Now yet another card that can play CDM as a secondary position as well. So I think you put a shadow on him. He'll have 88 pace with a perfect pace split once again, 83 reactions, decent enough defending, 90 jumping, 89 strength, and 82 aggression, as well as 83 short passing. And being 6'3", I think he's a really nice option. Now number 2 for the Bundes I have is Killian. And of course, once again, he has power header, acrobatic, and aerial, as well as block and anticipate, which in my opinion, anticipate is the best playstyle for center back. So that's very nice to have. Now once again, you put a shadow on him, he'll have 85 pace. His agility is very low, but he does have 83 reactions. Defending is also kind of low with 88 interceptions and 82 defensive awareness, but I really do think that anticipate playstyle makes up for a lot of it. But he also has 88 jumping, 96 strength, and 82 aggression. I think he'll be very nice. Now, number 1 on my list, I have is Catchy. I don't know how to say that, but as you can see, he can play left wing back, center back, left mid, and left back, which is very interesting. And he also has a 5-star weak foot, which is nice. But once again, he has the power header, acrobatic, and aerial, as well as intercept and anticipate, which is crazy. Those, in my opinion, anticipate number 1, intercept number 2 for playstyles for a center back, or really any defender. So I think you apply a shadow, so he'll have 85 pace. His dribbling is crazy with 77 agility and 83 reactions. I'm also not sure if I mentioned he's 6'1", so 6'1" with 77 agility is kind of crazy. Defending is also very good with 96 interceptions. His passing is also incredible with 85 crossing, 83 short passing, and 84 long passing. So I mean, you definitely could play him at left wing back if you wanted to, as well as 89 jumping and 83 strength. But in my opinion, the way I envisioned using this card was maybe in a 4-1-2-1-2. I forget which variant it is, but you can have the CDM and then a cam and then a left mid and right mid. And so I think you would have like whatever CDM you wanted in the formation, and then whatever right mid, cams, and then the 2 strikers you want. So that's your 4 attackers. And then you put this guy at left mid and play him in the mid. With those play styles in the midfield, that's a crazy card. But of course, you could also play center back and get the job done. Now next up we have is Ligue, and at number 3 I have Diamandi. And looking at his card, he has power header, acrobatic, and aerial once again, as well as anticipate, which is lovely. Now the pace bit on this card is honestly crazy, and not in a good way, so I think you give him a shadow, so he'll have 89 sprint speed and 74 excel. Now he is only 6 feet tall, so honestly 66 agility and balance isn't the craziest, but his defending is also fairly balanced, and his physicality as well with 89 jumping, 88 strength, and 88 aggression. But once again, I think this anticipate playstyle is very important, and he has it. Now number 2 on my list I have is Brazier. Now looking at his card, he can also play left back, but he has power header, aerial, and acrobatic, as well as block. Another card I think you give a shadow to, so he'll have 88 sprint speed and 82 excel. He is 6'1", so 68 agility isn't bad at all. His defending is decent enough, but his physicality is nice with 91 jumping and 86 strength. I think he should be good. And at number 1 for Ligue, we have is Balerdi. Another card, in my opinion, with crazy playstyles with anticipate and interception, as well as, of course, power header, acrobatic, and aerial. And a card with pace you definitely need to give a shadow to. I think his pace is literally the bare minimum of where you can even use cards. But he is also 6'2", so the 71 agility is good enough, as well as having very good defending with 94 interceptions and 94 standing tackle, as well as 92 jumping, 88 strength, and 86 aggression. And then to go along with all of that, he also has 86 short passing and 83 long passing. So there's not really anything that this card is bad at, he's just not fast. So out of these 2 evolutions today that EA released, I do think the Trailblazer center back one is a lot better, of course because it's free, and these cards, in my opinion, are actually worth getting. So if you can find a card that fits into your current team, or maybe even into, you're thinking ahead into an objective team in the future, I think this is definitely worth completing, and actually has some very decent cards in it. So with all that being said, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I'd love it if you'd liked and subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.